Justice Chandrasekhar, Honorable Judge, Supreme Court of India, the Acting Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court, Justice Kuge, all present and past judges of the Honorable Bombay High Court, distinguished senior advocates, distinguished office bearers, members of the bar, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to each and every one of you. And it gives me great pleasure to welcome each of you to this special evening as we gather to felicitate Honorable Mr. Justice Chandrasekhar on his well-deserved elevation as a judge of the Supreme Court of India. Can I request for a round of applause? While Justice Chandrasekhar's tenure as the Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court may have been brief, about 9 months or so, it did not take long for him to win the affection and the respect of everyone around him. His warmth, humility, openness made him instantly approachable, while his scholarship, clarity of thought, and unwavering commitment to justice earned him the admiration of his learned brother and sister judges, as well as the admiration of all the members of the bar. His elevation to the Supreme Court is not only a proud moment for him personally, but also a matter of great pride for the Bombay High Court and for all of us who have had the privilege of appearing before him, and for all of us who have had the opportunity to even interact with him. This evening is our way of expressing our appreciation, our gratitude, and our very best wishes as he embarks on his new chapter in his distinguished judicial career. Justice Chandrasekhar, we offer you our heartfelt congratulations. We wish you every success, good health, and many years of distinguished service in the Supreme Court of India. We have every confidence that you will continue to uphold the finest traditions of the judiciary and make an enduring contribution to the development of law. Thank you all for being here to celebrate this memorable occasion, and I wish you all a wonderful evening. Now, before we start with the speeches from the presidents of the bars and hearing from the learned judges, I'd just like to finish off the pleasantries. So could I please request the Learned Advocate General, Shri Dr. Milind Sathe, to present a floral bouquet to Justice Chandrasekhar. Could I request the Learned Additional Solicitor General, Shri Anil Singh, to present a floral bouquet. Could I request Mr. Relekar, the President of the Advocates Association of Western India, to present a floral bouquet and a gift. Could I also request Mr. Relekar to present a floral bouquet to the Acting Chief Justice, Justice Guge. Could I request Mr. Nilesh Modi to present a floral bouquet and a gift to Justice Chandrasekhar? And a floral bouquet to the Acting Chief Justice, Justice Guge. Could I request Mr. Thakkar, President of the Bombay Bar Association, to present a floral bouquet and a gift to Justice Chandrasekhar? And if Mr. Thakkar could also present a floral bouquet to the Acting Chief Justice, Justice Guge. And may I also request Mr. Tejpal Ingle, who is the President of the Circuit Bench of the Kolhapur High Court, to also present a floral tribute. I'm sorry, he was supposed to be here, but I'm told he's not been able to make it so far, probably because of the rains. Sorry? He's coming? Okay. Sorry, your name is? Mr. Gaikwad is come from Kolhapur to present the memento. Could I now request Mr. Thakkar to come and give his opening remarks?
The Honorable Mr. Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, the Judge Supreme Court of India, the Honorable the Acting Chief Justice Sri Ravindra Guge, all the Honorable Judges of this Honorable Court, the senior advocates, my colleagues of different associations sitting on the dais, the Learned Advocate General, Learned Additional Solicitor General, members of the bar, members of the registry, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have gathered to congratulate our very own Honorable Justice Sri Chandrasekhar on his elevation to the Supreme Court of India. My Lord, you were with us for less than a year. In truth, most of our Honorable Chief Justices arrive from another High Court, settle in just long enough for us to grow fond of them, and then the Supreme Court Collegium decides that it is time for them to move on. So somewhere in the back of our minds, we knew that one day you too would follow the footsteps of your 11 predecessors. Selfishly, we had just wished that that day would come a little later. But no, happily it has come in time. Your Lordship is going to miss Bombay High Court. In the Supreme Court on miscellaneous days, when your Lordship will be hearing 70 or 80 matters in a day, many advocates may not get even a minute to address the court. On those days, I hope your Lordship will think of us, the Bombay lawyers, who go on arguing sometimes, even after the order is passed, or the matter is adjourned, tasting your Lordship's patience, extraordinary patience, and I have no doubt that you are going to miss us. There is something else that your Lordship is going to miss, and that is the famous Bombay chits in your Lordship's court. In the Supreme Court, the admission board moves with remarkable speed. There is little scope for handwritten requests to interrupt the flow. But here, the chit system, a term affectionately coined by the bar, became something of an enigma. But it was innovative, practical, and above all, effective. It ensured that matters genuinely requiring urgent protection found their way before the court. I hope that every now and then, when the Supreme Court board races ahead uninterrupted, your Lordship will remember those little chits and miss Bombay just a little more. One more thing that your Lordship is going to miss are the challenges faced by the Chief Justices. Situations involving allegations made against sitting judges and proceedings arising therefrom. Your Lordship led the bench very deftly, that very deftly dealt with the matter. An order passed by your Lordship's bench is upheld by the Honorable Supreme Court. On behalf of the Bombay Bar Association, a bar known for its independence, its rich history, and its even longer memory, I wish to say that we are genuinely grateful that for these months, your Lordship was a part of these institutions. Whenever the bar approached your Lordship with difficulties affecting advocates or sought your Lordship's support for a lecture, seminar, or any function of the association, we were always received with warmth and encouragement. And no visit to your Lordship's chambers was complete without the generous offering of a Parsi Dairy Farm sweets. It is a small gesture, perhaps, but one that reflects your Lordship's kindness and hospitality, and one that we shall certainly miss. My Lord, we did not have you with us for as long as we would have liked, but in the time we did, your Lordship left an indelible impression on this court and on this bar. There is a lot to say, but due to paucity of time, I must conclude. Sir, your journey here can be described by borrowing the words of Julius Caesar, Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. But I would improvise and say, I came, I saw, I conquered, and I left to conquer other territory. We wish your Lordship a grand success at the Supreme Court of India. Congratulations again on behalf of myself and all the members of Bombay Bar Association. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thakkar. Could I now ask Mr. Relekar, the President of the Advocates Association of Western India, to give his speech.
Good evening, everybody. Honorable Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, Judge of Supreme Court of India. Honorable Acting Chief Justice of the Bombay High Court, Sri Ravindra Guge. Honorable Judges of the Bombay High Courts, Sri Anil Singh, Additional Solicitor General of India. Dr. Milind Sate, Advocate General of State of Maharashtra. Senior Advocate Nitin Thakkar, President of Bombay Bar Association. Advocate Nilesh Modi, President of Bombay Included Law Society. Respected senior counsels, esteemed members of the bar, and distinguished guests. We are deeply honored by the presence of Honorable Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, Judge of Supreme Court of India. Sir, I wish to congratulate you on your appointment as the Judge of the Supreme Court of India. The bar takes immense pride in seeing one of its own ascend to the nation's highest court. We wish your Lordship good health, strength, and continued success in serving the cause of justice. We are equally honored by the presence of Justice Ravindra Guge, Honorable Acting Chief Justice of Bombay High Court, and other Honorable Judges of the Bombay High Court, whose constant support and guidance has always strengthened the initiative of the bar. We are also deeply honored by the presence of Sri Anil Singh, Learned Additional Solicitor General, Dr. Milind Sate, Learned Advocate General of State of Maharashtra, both of whom have stood by the legal fraternity with warmth and encouragement. We are also honored by the presence of Nitin Thakkar, our fatherly figure. So without your this thing, we don't go ahead. Whatever he says, we used to listen to him. I too listen to him always. Because he's basically, I don't know, he's a humble person, nice person. Advocate Nilesh Modi, whose leadership and cooperation have further strengthened the bond between our bar and association. Justice Chandrashekhar vision and encouragement have played a defining role in making this premium cafeteria which we have inaugurated today. Finally, after 162 years, we have got our own cafeteria. We are honored that this historic inauguration is done by the Honorable Justice Shree Chandrashekhar. Sir, your presence means a great deal to us. For the bar, you are not a distant name. The establishment of premium cafeteria owes much to your Lordship vision, encouragement and constant support. At every stage, your Lordship inspired us to think beyond the ordinary to create something worthy of this great institution. Your Lordship confidence in the association strengthened our resolve, your personal involvement transformed an aspiration into achievement for this. The entire bar remains deeply grateful to your Lordship. There was something very reassuring about your Lordship. Reassuring about every meeting with your Lordship, even after requests had been considered, your Lordship always used to invite us to share if there was anything else the association is required. The simple habit reflects your Lordship accessibility, generosity and genuine concern for the welfare of the bar and its member. The inauguration of AWA Premium Cafeteria by Justice Shree Chandrashekhar is not just the opening of new facility, it is a moment of pride for every member of this association. It is a sign of growth, care and forward movement. It reflects a belief that strong bar must not only argue well, but also live well, work well and stand together. The area mapped by us is sanctioned by Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. We thanks to our member, one of our members, Advocate Joel Carlos, who helped us for this entire process. I am deeply grateful to everyone who believed in this vision, supported us through every step, worked tirelessly to make this reality. We also place on record our special thanks to the Registry of the Bombay High Court for their continuous cooperation and support. Their timely assistance to smooth coordination played an important role in helping us bringing this initiative to execution. Creating this cafeteria of our advocates has truly been a journey. This cafeteria is more than just a place to enjoy coffee and tea. It's a space built with care, keeping our advocates in mind. I hope this cafeteria becomes a place of conversation, friendship, and many wonderful memories. To all the members of AWI, BBA, and Bombay Incorporated Law Society, this is your moment as much as ours. On this special occasion, I warmly welcome all our distinguished guests. Once again, we are truly honored by your presence. We thank you for being a mark of this historic moment with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Relekar. Could I now request our Acting Chief Justice to come and give his remarks?
Honorable Mr. Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, Judge, Supreme Court of India, my esteemed sister and brother judges of the Bombay High Court, Mr. Anil Singh, Additional Solicitor General of India, Dr. Milind Sathe, Advocate General, State of Maharashtra, Mr. Nitin Thakkar, President, Bombay Bar Association, Mr. Prashant Rilekar, President, Advocates Association of Western India, Mr. Nilesh Modi, President, Bombay Incorporated Law Society, learned senior advocates and members of the bar, distinguished guests, members of the registry, ladies and gentlemen. We have assembled today in the hallowed presence of this historic institution under the grand auspices of the three bar associations to honor a jurist of exceptional caliber. These three associations, which have created a rich legacy by playing a pivotal role in maintaining the highest traditions of ethics and fair play in our judicial system, have fittingly organized this felicitation. Today we celebrate a judge we all deeply admire, a colleague we will surely miss, and a jurist the nation has now gained. Our former Chief Justice and now a sitting judge of the Supreme Court of India, Justice Shree Chandrashekhar. Today is not merely a day of formal felicitations. It's a profound celebration of a remarkable judicial odyssey. It is often said that the strength and the prestige of a high court are directly proportionate to the strength of its bar and the wisdom of its bench. In Honorable Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, we found the perfect synergy of both. When we look at his career, we see the embodiment of relentless hard work, legal scholarship, unwavering integrity, and profound empathy that defines the very best of our profession. To truly appreciate a judge, one must first understand the lawyer. Born in the city of Ranchi on 25th May 1965, Honorable Shree Justice Shree Chandrashekhar laid the bedrock of his legal acumen at the renowned campus law center, University of Delhi, securing his LLB. Enrolling with the Delhi State Bar Council, he did not just enter the legal profession, he threw himself into the vast ocean of the highest court of the land. Over the next 2 decades, he built a formidable and diverse practice before the Honorable Supreme Court that spanned the entire spectrum of civil, criminal, and constitutional jurisprudence. His tenure as a lawyer was nothing short of staggering. Imagine, if you will, the sheer dedication, the sleepless nights, and the intellectual stamina required to appear in thousands of cases before the Supreme Court of India. With around 140 reported Supreme Court judgments to his credit as a counsel, he became a pillar of reliability. Critical statutory bodies and state institutions such as the All India Council for Technical Education, the state of Jharkhand, and various state pollution and electricity boards entrusted their most complex, high-stakes matters to His Lordship's sharp legal acumen. His Lordship was, in the truest sense, a lawyer's lawyer. He was meticulous in his preparation, unshakable in his courtroom demeanor, persuasive in his arguments, and always, without an exception, an upholder of the highest traditions of the bar. He mastered the law not only through academic study, but through the rigorous daily demands of the Supreme Court litigation. His transition from the bar to the bench in January 2013 as an additional judge of the Jharkhand High Court was a natural and celebrated evolution. For over a decade, His Lordship served that court with immense distinction, his judgments reflecting a deep understanding of the socio-economic realities of the litigants before him. He eventually took the helm at its acting Chief Justice in December 2023. Following a brief but highly impactful tenure at the Rajasthan High Court, destiny brought His Lordship to us at the Bombay High Court in July 2025. This geographical diversity, from the coal belts of Jharkhand to the desert landscapes of Rajasthan and finally to the bustling financial capital of Maharashtra, gave His Lordship a unique pan-India perspective to do justice. He understands the pulse of this nation in a way very few others do. Though His Lordship first served as a judge and briefly as acting Chief Justice here, it was upon taking the oath as our 48th Chief Justice in September 2025 that his visionary leadership truly came to be demonstrated. Leading the Bombay High Court with its vast jurisdiction, its multiple benches, and its staggering caseload requires a leader who is not only administratively razor-sharp, but also judicially profound. Honorable Justice Shree Chandrashekhar was precisely that stabilizing force. During his tenure, his courtroom was a masterclass in judicial temperament. Whether he was navigating complex constitutional questions, addressing critical public interest litigations that affected millions in this metropolis, or adjudicating high-stakes commercial and criminal matters, His Lordship's approach was always characterized by a deep sense of equity. He possessed that rare ability to untangle the most complicated legal knots with a calm, surgical precision. No matter how heavy the board, counsel always felt heard. Beyond the courtroom, his administrative vision was equally impactful. He championed the modernization of our judicial infrastructure and deeply valued the role of alternative dispute resolution. Under his leadership, there was a renewed focus on ensuring that our facilities across the state, from the principal seat up to our circuit bench at Kolhapur, were equipped to serve the public. He understood that space, like our mediation centers, even at the circuit bench, right down to their digital infrastructure and welcoming environment, critical to fostering amicable resolutions and reducing the burden on our courts. The members of all the three associations and the bar gathered here today will wholeheartedly agree that he viewed the bar and the bench as equal partners of the chariot of justice. He was a judge who never forgot what it was like to be a struggling young lawyer. He listened with immense patience, gently guided junior members of the bar, and always fostered an environment of mutual respect. He knew inherently that an independent, fearless, and well-prepared bar makes for a strong bench. To the officers and the staff of the registry present here, his administrative leadership was a guiding light. He worked tirelessly to ensure that the massive machinery of this great court ran smoothly. He was always mindful of the welfare of the staff, recognizing that the registry is the unseen backbone that keeps this institution continuously working day in and day out. When the news of his lordship's elevation broke, and as he took his oath in the Supreme Court on the 2nd day of June 2026, there was a duality of emotions in our corridors. The Bombay High Court felt an undeniable sense of loss, the loss of a brilliant mind, a compassionate leader, and a true gentleman. Yet, that sentiment is completely eclipsed by our collective pride. The highest court of our land has gained a judge of formidable intellect, profound humanity, and vast, diverse experience. Honorable Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, on behalf of the judiciary of the Bombay High Court and the district judiciary and the registry, I extend our most heartfelt and joyous congratulations. Your Lordship has left an indelible mark on this historic institution. Your Lordship leaves behind a legacy of fairness, hard work, and judicial grace. We wish Your Lordship a healthy, long, and immensely successful tenure at the Supreme Court. We are confident that Your Lordship's jurisprudence will continue to shape the destiny of our great nation for years to come. Thank you. God bless the Bombay High Court.
Thank you, Justice Kuge. And now for the man of the moment. Could we request Justice Chandrasekhar to come and address the gathering?
Acting Chief Justice, Honorable Justice Ravindra V. Gughe, my esteemed sister and brother judges, Anil Singh, Additional Solicitor General of India, Dr. Milind Sathe, Advocate General, President and Office Bearers of the Bombay Bar Association, Advocates Association of Western India, the Bombay Incorporated Law Society, especially Nitin Thakkar, Naushad Engineer, Prashant Redekar, Suresh Sabrad, Nilesh Modi, and all his team, respected senior advocates, distinguished members present here, dear members of the bar, OSD to Acting Chief Justice Mrs. Sende, Registrar General Mr. Khati, registry members, Mr. Ajmi and his whole team of Malsa, court staff, media persons, gracious ladies and the gentlemen. Today, I stand before you with a heart full of gratitude and deep emotion to deliver a vote of thanks. It is a moment of reflection, of remembrance, of thanksgiving. From those early days at Bombay High Court to my tenure as the acting Chief Justice and eventually as the Chief Justice on 5th September 2025, the journey has been one of immense learning, responsibility, and fulfillment. And with my elevation to the Supreme Court of India, I carried with me not just the honor of the position, but also the cherished memories, traditions, and values of this great court. Friends, it was only yesterday that I was performing the duties of the Chief Justice of this High Court. And even today, I find myself completely immersed in the ethos of this High Court. The Bombay High Court carries with itself a very cherished memory of nation building. The history is long and perhaps unending. Long before this Gothic building came up on the Oval Maidan, when this court was still known as the Supreme Court of Bombay, this court had delivered a judgment which echoed the high democratic values and public accountability. It was 1862. A young reformist editor, Karsandas Moolji, was facing a libel suit for publishing a news item accusing a religious leader of exploiting his devotees under the cover of religious faith. That was a remarkable trial, and at the end, Sir Matthew Sauce, the then Chief Justice, who was nicknamed as Sauce the Silent, delivered a resounding judgment, holding that no one, however venerated, is beyond public accountability and scrutiny. This was the court, the present day court number 46, that witnessed the remarkable trial of Lokmanya Tilak on the charge of sedition. The role that the Bombay High Court played on the night of 14th August 1947, as India stood at the brink of independence, shall always be remembered as a symbol of the courage and wisdom of the judges, the members of the bar, and court staff who had gathered in the central court at 11:30 and remained in session as midnight approached, a temporary flag post raised near the Chief Justice's seat. This is also a part of the remarkable history of this court, that the judgment delivered by the Bombay High Court, reversing the jury's acquittal of K.M. Nanavati, a naval officer, heralded the end of jury trials in criminal cases in the country. These are not merely footnotes or historical milestones, but are quiet reminders that this High Court, the original in jurisdiction, was never lagging behind in keeping the nation's constitutional conscience. The Nagpur bench of the Bombay High Court stood as a lighthouse on the stormy night when nationwide emergency was clamped in 1975. The history of an institution is often also shaped by those who lead it with wisdom, commitment, and a sense of purpose. The intellectual courage and commitment to constitutional values of the legions of bar continue to inspire the generations of lawyers and the judges. The bar of the Bombay High Court played a defining role in strengthening the court's identity as a center of excellence and intellectual discourse, which are quite often reflected in the judgments authored by the judges of this court. The judges of this court are deeply committed to constitutional values, human dignity, equality, and social justice. They always encourage the bar to transcend the conventional boundaries of advocacy and make the High Court a vibrant platform for deliberations on issues affecting vulnerable sections of society, emerging challenges in law and governance, and the evolving role of the judiciary in a constitutional democracy. The deliberations at bar and the courtrooms of this High Court clearly underscore the imperative of developing a sensitive, victim-centric, and responsive justice delivery system. The bar of the Bombay High Court takes up a brief not merely as a means of professional development, but as a continuing process of deepening constitutional consciousness, strengthening institutional sensitivity, and promoting access to justice. It is always filled with a spirit of inquiry, inclusiveness, and excellence. The programs conducted by the Bombay Bar Association, Advocates Association of Western India, and the Bombay Incorporated Law Society, and the initiatives taken by them are testament to the unwavering commitment of the bar members to the cause of justice. The young members of the bar are very brilliant, bright, and hardworking, and always honest to their belief. They are true followers of the great traditions of this court, where the members of the bar do not treat the law as a private trade, but as a public trust. It was a remarkable tradition which perhaps first started from the chamber of Sir Jamsetji Kanga to reward the juniors with a gold mohar. That was a message to the bar across the nation that the junior members of the bar are not just imperative, but also a duty of the senior members of the bar to nurture them. Chief Justice Chagla once remarked, "The greatness of the bar is the measure of the greatness of the bench." Friends, it is not a coincidence that 27 judges of this court were elevated as the judges of the Supreme Court of India, and 9 out of them, including Justice Hidayatullah, became Chief Justice of India. This is also not a coincidence that the first Chief Justice of India, first Attorney General, and first Solicitor General of India were all products of this court and the bar. It is this court that gave the country Justice Mrs. Sujata Manohar and Justice Mrs. Ranjana Desai, who served as distinguished women judges of the Supreme Court of India. Ladies and gentlemen, as I stand before you to express my gratitude to this great institution, senior advocates, members of the bar, I assure you that I am not carrying with myself a set of judgments that I delivered, but the experience that I gained in this court. The bar of the Bombay High Court gave me invaluable guidance and made me understand the value of intellectual leadership and humane vision of the judiciary. I had the distinct honor of serving as the Chief Justice of Bombay High Court. I was in every sense fortunate to witness the silent and unyielding strength of the remarkable judicial institution, the Bombay High Court. A judge is not born. A judge is forged through a relentless commitment to impartiality and scholarship. In his essay of Judicature, Francis Bacon wrote that the judges ought to be more learned than witty, more reverent than plausible, and more advised than confident. And above all things, integrity is their portion and proper virtue. A judge does not merely decide a dispute between two parties. A judge endeavors to maintain the people's belief that there exists somewhere an impartial arbiter beyond money, beyond power, and beyond fear. The conduct of a judge must reaffirm the people's faith in the integrity of the judiciary. The American jurist Felix Frankfurter once remarked, I quote, "The court's authority suggests of neither the purse nor the sword. It ultimately rests on sustained public confidence in its moral sanction. The courts must command the people's faith that its judgment will be rendered without fear or favor." The two statues on the roof line of the western side of the court building, justice and mercy, signify the essence of the judicial system. These stone figures of justice and mercy, facing each other, is a quiet reminder to the judicial fraternity that both justice and mercy must always be weighed together, never one without other. When I left Bombay, I left with a deep sense of gratitude and a great sense of pride that I was a part of the historical and magnificent institution that demands in great measures but gives back in equal measures. It was indeed, in every sense, a privilege. Walking alongside the great tradition of this court, may I say in the end, let us take a resolve to fight like the last of the Mohicans and carry on our shoulders justice and mercy like Cora and Alice to take the people of this country to a world where there is no discrimination, where everyone can say with pride, "Ek muट्ठी आसमान पे हमारा भी हक है." Thank you.
Thank you, Justice Chandrasekhar, for those profound and moving words. Could I now request Mr. Sabrad to give the vote of thanks?
Honorable Justice Shree Chandrashekhar, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Acting Chief Justice Sri Ravindra Guge, Honorable Judges of this August Court, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It gives me immense pleasure and a deep sense of privilege to propose this vote of thanks at today's felicitation ceremony. We are gathered here to celebrate the illustrious judicial career of Honorable Justice Sri Chandrasekhar upon his elevation to the Supreme Court of India. In a remarkably short span of time, both as a senior judge and subsequently as Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Chandrasekhar has earned the profound respect and affection of the entire bar. Today also marks a historic milestone for the Advocates Association of Western India, one of the oldest bar associations in the country. After 162 years, advocates would finally find a dedicated cafeteria of their own. The entire credit for this achievement goes to Honorable Chief Justice Chandrasekhar, who graciously allotted the space and granted the necessary permissions. Sir, the association is deeply indebted to you, and words fall short to express our full gratitude. We also sincerely thank your lordships for carving out your precious time to allow all three associations to felicitate you today on your lordships being elevated to the Supreme Court. Thank you so much, sir. We are equally grateful to the Honorable Acting Chief Justice, Sri Ravindra Guge, for his seamless support and cooperation in ensuring the cafeteria become a reality. On behalf of the three associations, I extend our heartfelt thanks to His Lordship for graciously accepting our request to preside over today's function and for permitting us to host in courtroom number 46. I also wish to express our sincere gratitude to all honorable judges who accepted our invitation and graced this occasion with their presence. We extend our warmest thanks to the learned Advocate General Sri Milind Sate, Honorable Additional Solicitor General Anil Singh, as well as the respected senior advocates, colleagues and members of the bar for making this event so special. I would be failing in my duty if I do not acknowledge the unwavering support of respected Shende Madam, Honorable Registrar General Sri Sunil Khatti, and Sri Dhanaji Jadhav, Registrar Original Site. Their immense cooperation was instrumental in fulfilling our 162-year-old dream of an exclusive cafeteria. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Finally, our deepest appreciation goes to the entire team of registry, the staff, and everyone who tirelessly behind the scenes to organize this beautiful felicitation function. With this, and with the permission of the chair, we conclude today's proceedings. Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone. That concludes our evening's function. There is some tea and snacks, so please do partake of them. Thank you, everyone. And yes, obviously, for the judges, it's there in the judges' lounge.